Hey guys, what's going on? Kyle Krieger here, and today I have a special guest with me.
It's me.
Sam Lansky, the author of my most favorite book this year called A Gilded Razor, right?
The Gilded Razor.
But I say A?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He didn't actually like it. He's faking it, which is why you can remember the title. Exactly right. But it's totally fun. We're off to a really, really good start.
I want to do a little book review for you guys today, and I thought it'd be really fun if we had the author with us that we ask questions to.
I've never done this before.
Right, this is Sam's first YouTube.
Time.
Your maiden voyage on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. My first YouTube.
Your virgin experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about it already.
It reminds me of Vanessa Carlton's song White Houses.
Mm-hmm.
When she talks about her first time being a little bit of rush.
I love that
and
song.
A lot of pain or something. Yeah, it's really good.
That's definitely the journey that I'm on.
Okay.
A little rush. A lot of pain.
And the reason why I love this book so much is, well, first of all, it was incredibly written, and
let's backtrack for 1 second.
Okay.
The real reason you love this book is because you took the picture of me on the book jacket.
I did.
Let's go front and center with that.
There, this is my photo that I took of. You can't really tell because it's out of focus, but
Kyle is an incredible photographer.
I took this photo of Sam.
He took this beautiful author photo of me.
So yes, that is probably the main reason why I like this book. But the second reason why I like this book is because it is so incredibly written and about a topic that is so dear to me, about a journey through recovery, through addiction.
Yeah.
Can you describe or tell them what it's about?
Yeah, so it's a memoir, so it's a true story. It's about my life, and it's about the years that I was a teenager living in New York City and getting into a lot of trouble, mostly with drugs and older men, and basically just running amok all over New York, getting into all kinds of shenanigans. That eventually led me into treatment, a wilderness boot camp in Utah, through my kind of continued adventures in trying to get sober and eventually getting it together.
And it was just so gripping, and I felt like while I was reading, I was so mad at you at times, and then I was so happy for you at times. I don't know, it was such a great experience, and it was such a roller coaster, and that's exactly what I like in a book. So this is your first memoir.
Yes.
Why did you think it was important to write a book about your addiction?
I mean, there were a couple reasons. It was, this really, really colorful, crazy chapter of my life, and I knew that even as I was living it, I thought this is gonna make a great story someday. After I got sober and started building this career as a writer, I had a hard time sort of reconciling the person I used to be with the person that I became as a kind of sober together grown-up. And to be able to write this story and really own the things I had done, and kind of take it out of the shadows and just stand behind it and say yes, I did all of these super fucked up things that I'm really, really ashamed of, but also I can have that be a part of my story and not have it be a secret, was really, really liberating for me and really empowering, I think. How old were you when you got sober?
I got sober at 23.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear people say I'm too young to get sober. I'm just having fun, whatever.
Right.
Do you have any insight on whether or not it was too young for you to get sober at 19 or what?
I was so far gone, I was so messed up by the time I actually got sober, again, at 19, that I don't think it's worth the risk to find out.
No, yeah, I'll be turning 9 years sober in May, and every now and then I'm could I have a drink again? Could I? But I just my life is so good now.
Totally. So
much better than it ever was drinking, that I just have no interest in going back. So being a gay man and...
I'm not.
You're lying.
I'm not.
We both know that going out and drinking is a big part of the gay culture. Do you feel like you're missing out on any of that?
I don't really. I mean,
me either, actually.
I live in West Hollywood too, and when I walk down Santa Monica Boulevard and see these girls stumbling out of the gay bars on a Friday night, I'm that doesn't look that fun to me. Sometimes it does, but most of the time I'm ugh, that looks messy and extra and expensive.
Expensive!
So expensive! And
I'm
I'm so glad that I can spend my money on green juice. I got to have all these milestones. I went to college sober, I turned 21 sober, I can't tell you how many times I've been to Vegas sober, all of these things that other people use as opportunities to get fucked up, I got to do sober, and I remember everything, and that's amazing. I also rarely have anything to apologize for in the morning. Yeah.
Oh man, but I have character defects where I have to make amends.
Totally.
right?
Me too.
But
Me too.
not as much as when I was drinking. After getting sober, what is your life like now? Like, what are the fruits of getting sober brought you?
To be like a good employee and a good friend and like a good partner sometimes, in theory. To be able to just sort of like show up for people and be accountable and responsible is stuff that like I was not capable of before.
I'm really grateful that I have friends now.
Yeah, me too.
Like when I was drinking, I had friends, but I felt like after I got sober, I realized that those friends were kind of just hanging out with me because we were drinking together.
Yeah.
But now I have relationships that have a foundation of loyalty and communication and stuff that I value.
Yeah.
You know, and it's built from something real.
Totally.
Rather than like going out, looking at ourselves in the mirror at the bar and like talking and screaming over loud music about gossip or nothing.
I mean, I still do that. I still do all of those things. Every day. Get me out.
Everyone doesn't, I don't think that everyone has to be sober to have a great life.
No,
Right?
no,
Like you
not
can
at
have
all.
a great life and not be sober.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for people who struggle with addiction, it is a wonderful option that you can go from like, you know, being a gutter bottom on the lazy Susan like I was to you know, having a really cool life, like you said.
Yeah.
So I also think it's important to make videos like this because I would want people to know that they're not alone.
Totally.
That there's other people who are sober too and who are doing, they're not like hiding in their house and like doing nothing.
Yeah.
They're like out living their lives and you can have a great life. Okay guys, thanks so much for tuning in today, and Sam, thank you so much for having us over. Having us over.
Everyone watching. You're all welcome.
And congratulations on your book. Make sure you guys go pick up Sam's book if you want. It's called The Gilded Razor. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. And if you have read it, make sure you leave comments down below and like let us know what you think about the book. And yeah, no, thank you so much. It's
Thank
been
you
really
for
great.
having me.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I'm really appreciative that you're my friend, and I'm glad that you are sober.
You too. You too, Kyle.
Okay, bye guys. See you soon.